Hello, hello, hello. Don't know if it's coming through. Probably is, but just getting things set up right now. Want to pull out my script, the video script, I mean. It's been a while since I've worked on my videos, so need a little bit of a refresher. I mean, I'll pretty much be playing my video as I stream, but it's going to be back and forth, a lot of editing and whatnot. You know, you know the drill. Uh, let's see. Oh, no, wrong one. There we go. There we go. Yep, and my little, I might just want to enlarge that. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to be working on a video. With Kamen Rider X not performing as well as the previous two entries due to multiple factors, yeah. So most of the video's been done already. Um, it's just right now I'm on the stage of adding like picture overlays, you know, and then I'll go in and add my avatar. So yeah, I want to finally get this out of the way. I figured the best way to do that is to stream me working on it because if I'm not, I feel like I'll just get distracted and procrastinate because, while I can have fun with editing, there's a lot of tediousness to it, you know? And I'm very much talking to anyone who may watch this in the future. Because nobody's watching right now, I can see it. Also, this might be my last Tuesday stream for at least a while. Nothing bad, just anyway. I'm gonna just play this and uh hello Andy, how's it going? For some reason on my analytics, it's not showing like anybody's watching. How are you doing tonight? Let's see. With Kamen Rider X not performing as well as the previous just the volume levels, so due to multiple factors, the video's not too loud. 50 episodes to only 35. This also led to I kind of need to be somewhat loud for me, but not for you guys. Looking to replace Rider with a new Toei and yeah, welcome to my pretty good. Finally putting some time in with Gigabash. Nice, yeah. I've been playing Gigabash here and there, but I'm happy about the new update. Welcome to my possibly my last Tuesday stream. Might just be streaming exclusively on Mondays since a coworker of mine like invited me to his and his brother's D&D group and they do D&D on Tuesdays, so that'll be fun. I've always kind of wanted to try out D&D. Welcome back to my Rider. Also, I need to like rewatch and re-listen to this. Because it's been a while since I worked on this video, so. With Kamen Rider X not performing as well as the previous two entries, never played. So the thing is, I played like a few times in middle school, as like part of an after-school type of club thing. So it's been like a super long time since I've done like real D&D. Other than that, I've done, like in college, many of my friends did like loose tabletop gaming of our, like we would do our own, like Ruby tabletop. It wasn't anything special. Like we pretty much just rolled d20s. We didn't do like any official rules or anything like that. So yeah, it's been like a while since I've like really played D&D.
Absolute television juggernaut in the upcoming years. But that's a story for another time. Not all hope was lost for Kamen Rider, as TBS was willing to pick
Yeah,
up the
so
series to
I'm
replace
pretty much
Ultra
mostly
Radio,
done with this
which I
video.
cover
It's
when I
more of
cover
just
Leo in my Ultra reviews.
adding
However,
pictures at this
TBS was able
rate,
to
and
land a
then
smooth ride
after I'm
into
done adding
TBS.
pictures, I add my
So, it was
little
decided that
avatar,
Toei would produce
which I
a
need to
short
redraw, but not for
mini-series
this video.
web-series to help ease
This will be the
everyone's
last
mind.
video where
With
I
that in
use
mind,
the
it's quite possible that this is more
version
likely to be
3
one of the times
avatar.
Toei to get more wild. Welcome back to my writer reviews, where I take a look at each and every
Hopefully I don't
episode
get
of this
flagged for
series.
copyright on the
Today,
stream.
I'll be taking a look at Kamen Rider Amazon, which aired
That
from
would
October
suck.
19th, 1974 through March 29th, 1975. However, unlike my previous videos where I usually start by talking about the writer themselves,
Also, as a forewarning, there are going to be parts where I'm just kind of listening to my audio to kind of get a feel of what's going on. Especially since it's been a while since I worked on this.
I want to break it down by discussing the incredible first half. Before
I can probably add a picture here.
I want to break it down by discussing the incredible first half before getting into the lackluster.
Yeah, so. By the way, hope you have fun. D&D can be great when you've got a good group. Yeah. Yeah, and my coworker, I've worked with him in like multiple jobs, so we're pretty much friends at this rate. Uh, so, you know, I think it'll be fun. I'm waiting for their next campaign to start though before I, really hop in, but I want to at least lurk and listen and all that. But yeah. So I've seen not Shin Godzilla, Godzilla -1 about 4 times now, and yeah, and I figured why not do spoiler discussions. Sadly, I completely forgot to actually record any footage from yesterday, but I was like really rushed for time. Like I made it into the theater just in time to catch the 40x screening of -1, and then the Boy and the Heron was literally right after -1, so I had like no time to record whatsoever. Let's see. What would be a good picture? I'll probably have to get more pictures from Google Images or something like that before um, I like, I don't know. I feel like I get a good group of like pictures, but then there's just like pictures where I'm like, I could probably get some more, or I don't have enough somehow. But I can also screen cap from the footage I record. Let's see. I know a good image for the second half. But the first half. See, I also don't want to use up all the pictures. I'll get back to it.
Before getting into the
I'm going to use this picture for the second half. Up. And thankfully, nice thing about this video that I'm working on is that the illustration that I'm using as the backdrop, I've already finished. I've actually been holding on to it for over a month now, I want to say, because I got this done. Like I got the illustration done before even I started the Godzilla collab, which was a huge success. Even though it's somehow not my most like tweet. I don't know how that happens. Play a monk so you can do some tokusatsu stuff. Oh, yeah, no, I definitely want to try to do some tokusatsu stuff. For sure. And that's what I must do. It's like I must infiltrate I've already said hi last week to the group, thankfully, but yeah, no, I will definitely be like infiltrating my tokusatsu nerdiness into the group. It's coming along nicely, by the way. Are you talking about the video, Andy? Thanks, but I don't know. Personally, I've just not been feeling. I've been feeling pretty meh about the quality of my videos lately. I think I can do better. But I think it's just kind of a symptom of I'm just feeling like a machine making videos. And that's why after this one, I'm taking a hiatus. Yeah, the video. Well, I appreciate it, but yeah, it's like the thing is like I've gotten into like a formula and I'm kind of itching of wanting to break out of that formula. I think I need some time to do that and get some videos pre-made before I start posting again. Because it's just like the current process of just like working on one video at a time has just not been really sustainable. Um, but I'm mostly talking about in the case of video essays. Streams I'll still at least do I'll try to do Mondays, except for like Christmas. Christmas will be like a no-go for obvious reasons. But let's see. Oh yeah, I should also warn you, Amazon spoilers ahead as well. But yeah, I'll still be streaming. Then I'll also want to try to work on maybe doing that podcast I briefly, talked about doing like what a few months ago. I want to say a couple months ago. Work on that as sort of like a filler before the video essays start popping back up on the channel. And then, of course, I want to dabble into stop motion, but I feel like I have to finish. Alright. I feel like before I can start playing around with stop motion, I gotta finish my comic first. That's been even longer since I've worked on my comic.
Before getting into other elements of the show, I want to break.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning the podcast. Yeah, and I'm eyeing on you to be wanting to guess. So look towards a DM from me sometime in the future. Excited to see what you do. Never bad to take a break and recoup. Yeah. Yeah, I want to I want to, I guess, explore creatively and not feel like a machine pumping out quote unquote content. I've just grown to really despise that word, content. But at the very least, I think the streams will probably be drawing streams. Hey, just thought I'd drop by. Well, Thank you for dropping by, Elijah. How are you doing tonight?
Before getting into other elements of the show, I want
I could probably either put a picture or do some footage. I'll probably do some extra, like, footage from the show itself to put in here.
second half.
Let's see.
There will be spoilers.
Yep, and that I don't have to. And that's the intro. That's some clips. I guess scroll by. You know, I'm always down to talk. I love to be on. Right on. I'm fine, just enjoying some time off before going back to work tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta get back to work tomorrow as well. I'm typically the Wednesday closer of my theaters, but thankfully I was able to get the day off last Wednesday to go see -1 at IMAX. Speaking of which, what are y'all thoughts on -1?
To say Amazon is refreshing in comparison to the previous show entries would be an understatement. And it's not just because the show cranks up the violence.
All right. You know, there's gonna be parts where I'm like not putting any pictures or anything because I'm either waiting to get footage, like extra footage to put in over the me talking and then, or I'm just gonna wait to put my avatar in.
That it's not going to be like the shows before.
Think it's your new favorite for sure? Nice, nice. What was your favorite part of the movie?
Show right off the bat tells you that it's not going to be like the shows before, with the intro visually telling a story of Amazon.
Alright, so yeah, like right here, I'll probably like cut to clips of the Amazon intro over that. Contender for one of the best. Yeah, I think that's the general consensus from not just like hardcore Godzilla fans, but like around the board, everyone's just loving this movie. Well, except for the one guy who said Godzilla -1, but to each their own, you know.
By get on followers, where before it was chased through the jungle by get on followers, where before it was mainly just the riders riding their motorcycles.
Yeah. So I got like clips I can put in for these.
Gives you a sense that the team was really looking at.
Gonna have to go and watch it again next week. As for my favorite part, I probably have to the Ginza attack. Yeah, yeah, that was a highlight. Although I will say this, I think one of my minor critiques with the films is that I think the Ginza attack could have been a bit longer. I feel like Godzilla's time on land was a bit too short, or at least like Godzilla's time in Tokyo felt a bit too short. Just a tad bit, not too much.
Gives you a sense that the team was really looking to break loose from the established formula.
And trying to think what else. I feel like I had something else to say for about -1, but yeah, no, the Ginza attack though was very fun, and I think that. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, spoilers, but obviously it's right in the title of the stream, so it's like -1 spoilers. Love the first boat sequence. Yeah, yeah, that boat sequence is cool. Hi, Eliza. How are you doing?
Tell a story that may have.
We're talking about -1 as I edit this video. But yeah, I will say though the Ginza attack, I think for me personally, that was like the one scene where I felt terrified of Godzilla, like genuine, like I was scared. Even more so than the boat scene, funny enough. I really love the film score as well, in particular the tracks Divine and Resolution. Yeah, um, the film score is very ambient.
To tell a story that may have been ahead of its time.
Let's see. Oh, hang on, gonna have to mute.
That, that it's not going to be like the shows before, with the intro visually telling a story of Amazon being chased through the jungle by get-on followers, where before it was mainly just the riders riding their motorcycles. It gives you a sense that the team was really looking to break loose from the established formula to tell a story that may have been ahead of its time. While X started to redefine what it means to be a Kamen Rider, Amazon takes that redefinition and runs with it by having our main hero, who is also named
Sorry about that. It's just somebody decided, and my family decided that they wanted to do laundry right now. So you're gonna probably be hearing the washer and drying machine in the background. So anyway, let me catch up on chat. Um, the movie did an amazing job. It got to feel like a genuine, terrifying threat. Agreed. And that first boat sequence felt so much like a particular sequence from Jaws. Yeah, no, I get that. I definitely got the Jaws vibes from that scene. You mentioned the one negative review. Was that the one guy who said he preferred to watch? Yep, that was the guy. But I don't think he. The thing is, though, the fandom really dragged him a new one, and it's just like, guys, it's just one negative review. Like, that's the thing. Like the Godzilla fandom has a bad habit of jumping on like negative reviews on critics and whatnot, or just people who the fandom has some very toxic reputation. If you've been seeing what's been going on with the designer of the new, like, of Godzilla's new look in Godzilla X Kong.
and runs with it by having our main hero, who is also named Amazon, played by
There you go. Better have a good picture for our hero. That would suck. I'll probably have to go and go and look for a screen cap. But yeah, anyway, the -1 like Jaws sequence that was like that was really good. Um, and let's talk about. I think like the visual effects were also like super amazing. Like even compared to like Hollywood like productions, it was great. Yeah, I was gonna bring up the drama over the new Empire. I personally thought it looked fun. Or like this new Rose Godzilla look, especially. Yeah, I mean, I dig it. You know, I think it's nice to change up the Godzilla's look up once in a while. But yeah, just don't go into people's DMs and harassing them. That's a no-no. Don't do it. I'm a fan of the new look. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I dig it. It's new, it's fitting for direction they're going with. Yeah. And besides, we're still getting the old look at Monarch, which is happening right now. Which is airing right now on Apple TV. People be silly. Let's see. This is also the first time me streaming a video, so you know, it's not like drawing where I've had like years and years of practice, so it's just like it's harder to like multitask, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying to find a good like there. That's alright. I'll take a picture of that. And we're gonna have to browse. No, not there. Yeah, if you're looking at my Dropbox, don't look. Close your eyes. Let's see, footage, Amazon, screen, caps. And there we go. Perfect. It's like my thing is just say you don't like it. You don't have to like make up these long-reaching reasons. Godzilla shouldn't run. Well, he does in other movies. I mean, they just say you think it looks wonky in the trailer, which is valid. Yeah, like it's not that you can't criticize the new look or anything, but you don't have to be attacking people over it. Like that's just stupid. Like I tell you, this fandom it has its toxic reputation for a reason. Um, yeah. Anyway, going back to -1, I really enjoyed the. Let's see. We're gonna probably do a new folder or new bin. That's what it's called here. There we go. Um, I really enjoyed the humans' plans for taking out Godzilla in this one. I felt it was one of the more creative ones, and one of the more grounded ones too, which I felt was pretty cool. What do I need? Oh yeah, screen caps, because I will be adding more to this one. Import. No. Boom.
Also named Amazon, played by...
There we go.
Played by Toru Okazaki. Not even be a product.
Let's see. Then do the...
Runs with it by having...
Now let's have Godzilla -1 run. I think we should have that. By the way, I've also been loving this side tangent from -1, but I'm loving seeing people's drawings of Godzilla and Kong running. I kind of want to do my own twist.
That redefinition and runs with it by having our main hero, who is also named Amazon. While X started to read...
Yeah, it's like I did not get any pictures of X, which I should have done. That means I gotta look up for more pictures, yay. Oh wait, no I don't. Unless I deleted the footage already. Let me double check real quick. I mean footage, I mean screen cap, so... No, I didn't. Yay! Recycling! It's good. I watched -1 with my brother and parents, and they all loved it. My dad even admitted just about cried when they were reunited at the end. Yeah, no, I've been hearing a lot of people have been getting emotional during this movie, which is so interesting to think. Like, man, who would have thought that a modern Godzilla movie would get people to tear up? Like, and I don't mean just like Godzilla fans, but like Godzilla, like just general audience, you know, just getting to tear up with this movie. It's so interesting. It's such a personal story. It is. It has sort of a Raids Again and half-century war vibe to it that I really love.
Redefine what it means to be a Kamen Rider.
Alright. So, you put that there.
While X started...
And it takes time to really make you care about those characters. Yeah, like I don't know if I probably said this when I was like trying to record footage for a possible upcoming -1 video sometime early next year. But I do think that -1 has the best overall human cast of the Godzilla movies. And that's not me saying it has necessarily the best characters or like individual characters, because I think there's a lot of great individual characters throughout the franchise. But when it comes to an overall cast, -1 beats it out of the park.
While X started to redefine what it means to be a Kamen Rider.
Yeah, so we're gonna... This is how I edit my videos. Woohoo. I could probably be using shortcuts, but yeah. The whole planning sequence had such a Star Wars feel to it, like in A New Hope. Yeah, Yeah, and again, I really love that it wasn't necessarily like this, like, oh, we developed this new unique super weapon. I guess, um, Grant, I guess Shin Godzilla and to some extent 84. Well, no, I can't. Not 84 because they had the Super X, but um, I guess in Shin they had blood correct, bah, autism. Sometimes I just can't say words. uh, blood coagulant that which is like a real thing, and that's something that's been in Godzilla movies before. Marvel's prominently Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, but no, this one felt like the most grounded, like super weapon, quote unquote. In a sense, like it was very creative, like that they were trying to use the ocean to kill Godzilla, which that's such a unique thing to do. And what I really love, and I was listening to Kaiju United's new podcast, Kaiju United Town Hall, and they mentioned this, that usually when scientists, in Godzilla movies say like, oh, they have a weapon to stop Godzilla, it's they essentially say like, oh, it's absolutely going to work. But in here, the scientist, he's saying like, well, we don't know it'll work. There's, it, this is our best chance, but it's not guaranteed that it's going to kill Godzilla, which I love it. It's just like, it's one of those like, they're like, well, maybe, um, look, we don't know what Godzilla is. Uh, yeah. Now that you mention, now that you bring up New Hope, what did you think about Takashi Yamazaki saying he'd like to do a Star Wars movie? I'll get back to that, Elijah. Anyway, Andy, he'd probably do the best of bringing back the original trilogy 5. I'd be all for it. Okay, your response to that. Here's my thing. If Star Wars was still under the reins of George Lucas and Lucasfilm, I'd be all for it. I think the best case scenario would be if, Yamazaki-san, he got to do like a short or like an episode of Star Wars Visions. I think that's the best outcome we can get, because I'll be honest, Disney is being really meddling right now when it comes to their IPs and whatnot. Like the execs have been really meddling, and just I would not I would love to see Yamazaki's take on Star Wars if Disney will allow him to have creative control. But my confidence in that is very low in that being a possibility. So I kind of, because of Disney, I would not want to see that happen, because I guess like the thing is, I don't want another Gareth Edwards situation where if you know about Rogue One, that's what made Gareth Edwards like take a big old break from working with Hollywood like this and going back to indie. Completely get how you feel. I'm not a fan of what Disney has done with the series. Yeah, like, see, the thing with Star Wars, like for me with Star Wars right now, is the same thing with Marvel. It's just I'm so burnt out of the Marvel and Star Wars stuff. Like it's just been so overwhelming, and also feels very, I don't want to say bland, but more so formulaic. Like it feels very samey, and then very heavily nostalgia relied. Like I'll be honest, I haven't even watched Book of Boba Fett or Mandalorian Season 3, despite me loving Mandalorian Season 1 and 2, but what killed my interest in Book of Boba Fett is hearing that Mando and Grogu got back together. That killed my interest immediately for Book of Boba Fett and Mando Season 3 because I'm like, no, I felt like Grogu and Mando's journey was at a really great stopping point. What like I think their journey had a great ending at the end of season 2. And I feel like Grogu coming back just felt like, oh, this character's become popular. We got to make more toys. We got yeah, yeah. You know, it felt like very Disney meddling, and it's just like, yeah, it took me out. Yeah, I don't know. I've been very not into Star Wars lately. Um, but I would also, I want to know what other projects Yamazaki would like to do. I think he actually got to work on Ultraman recently via Ultraman the Ride, but I'm not 100% confident on that. Um, I can look it up real quick though. By the way, I thought this stream was going to be make it helpful helpful for me to be productive on uh, working on the video. That's not what's happening right now. But I will definitely get this video done this month. And also, Andy, by the way, I'm going to be working on your K rule. I'm going to call it a commission, even though you technically didn't commission me. Um, I'm going to be working on your K rule very, very soon. I'm still trying to get a feel for what I want to do. Um, yeah, anyway, Ultraman the Ride. Ultraman the Ride. Because that's like basically the ride. Oh, no, yep, I was right. So, according to the Ultraman Wiki, here, let me just put it up on screen real quick. Ultraman the Ride, Takashi Yamazaki directed. Woohoo. So, there we go with that. But, which I think a Yamazaki directed Ultraman movie would be cool, but I don't know. I would love for him to take on some other solo kaiju movies if he's up to it. Like, give us a Mothra like solo movie. I'm dying for Mothra to be in the center stage again, in the center spotlight. Bring Varan the Unbelievable back. Make an actual good movie from that cool monster. A Rodan solo movie would be cool. But also maybe like go back to like Atragon. I think a Yamazaki directed Atragon would be pretty cool, but I know people would have their, you know, I guess I don't know what the best word would be for it, but like the cool thing about Atragon as a movie is that that's very, very anti-war.
Not even be a product of modern science. Rather, he was transformed into Amazon Rider thanks to the ancient.
Alright, so that one I could probably use a screen cap for. Yes, I've been wanting them to do solo films for the other kaiju again. Yes. We really need to go back to that, I think, before we get Toho doing kaiju versus movies again. Like, give other kaiju the spotlight. Actually, you know what? I can probably just bring the clip forward. and unlink this. Delete. But realizing, nope, didn't have anything up.
Rather, he was transformed into Amazon Rider thanks to the ancient Incan device called the Geeky Armlet.
Alright. And I have the picture for that, so. Also, Toei, please don't flag me. Don't flag me. Don't flag me. Don't flag me. Yeah, I'm being very risky right now. It's just like, let me be. Don't let Toei see this.
The Geeky Armlet.
There we go. Then scale. Boom. And that's how we edit the videos. Something I also want to actually mention that I've not actually heard anyone mention before. Or I guess mention is that about -1 is that the set design is really great for -1. Like, this is, I will say this is arguably the best set design we've seen in a Godzilla movie to date. Like, it makes you really feel like we are in, like, Japan that's just that's still recovering from the bombings. Fantastic set design overall. I just figured I want to get that. I need to watch more Kamen Rider stuff too. I've only ever seen the first 20 episodes of the original series and Shin Kamen Rider. Yeah, it's a fun series. Yeah, like, and you got options for Kamen Rider. Like, you got a lot of legal options, but you got plenty of not so legal options. But legally though, you still have the rest of the original series. You got Kamen Rider Black and Black RX on Blu-ray, thanks to Discotek. Great releases from them. You have the 90s movies coming to Blu-ray next year, hopefully, from Media Blasters, but right now they are up for free on YouTube by Toei themselves, even though the quality's pretty lame. You got Kamen Rider Kuga, which is still, I gotta say, my favorite overall Kamen Rider series. Then you have Kamen Rider Yuki and Kamen Rider 01. I'm pretty sure that covers it all. I would have thrown in Kamen Rider V3, but sadly, Generation Kikaida, who had the DVD license for that, like, just recently closed up shop this year. Not necessarily because like they went bankrupt or anything, but more of just like, we've done this. Like, they were literally selling these DVDs for almost 20 years, so I think, it's like they just wanted to close up shop. Let's see, and then
While Amazon does wear a belt, that is not his transformation device, proving just how drastic they were willing to change up the status quo.
all right, that part
This
will
also ties in.
probably put my avatar in. Oh yeah, so guys, what are your thoughts on the Odo Island sequence for -1.
This also ties into the previously mentioned Geddon, who was the evil organization for the first half and were led by the Ten-Faced Demon.
Alright, do I have a Geddon logo? Geddon. The opening? Yeah, the opening of -1, which took place on Odo Island. Alright. I do have a picture of Ten-Faced Demon, but not of the logo, it looks like.
Were led by the Ten-Faced Demon.
Definitely made me think of versus King Ghidorah, but way more brutal. Loved it. Did not expect the movie to hit that fast. Yeah, it definitely calls back to versus King Ghidorah. Like, this was basically Godzillasaurus. Yeah, was definitely not expecting to see Godzilla be like, yep, there he is. Oh, whoa, okay, we're doing this now. And by the way, it gave everybody who's been complaining about this for a while now, they gave Godzilla a new roar. The Godzillasaurus at least. Well, it's still like reminiscent of the original roar. They definitely added some new sound effects. I think they added in an Ultra Kaiju roar. But I've seen it 4 times now, but I'm like still having trouble like nailing which one specifically, but I can definitely pick up some 70s kaiju roar or 60s kaiju roar. And the I guess Godzillasaurus roar. But yeah, I love how the Odo Island sequence like sets everything up and just how brutal it was, like you said, Elijah. Like, very brutal. I was Godzilla was just like, "Yep, nope, you pissed me off and I'm going to kill y'all." Yeah.
By the Ten-Faced Demon.
There.
Ten-Faced Demon, Golgus, played by Ritsuo Sawa. While Amazon
Alright, that actually works perfectly, so scale this up.
While Amazon...
Alright, by the way, I know I mentioned this poll on Twitter, and I kind of left it without replies because I didn't want anyone coming into the replies spoiling -1. But I feel like, and again, this is me being an ignorant American. I know it is, but I feel like they named like that one character Taki as a reference to the original Kamen Rider because they have a character named Tachibana who, if you don't know, Tobei Tachibana, which I guess Tachibana is a pretty common name because I've also heard Tachibana in the Yakuza games, but the mechanic Tachibana, and then he calls out to Taki, which I guess that can also be a like a common name too, but I guess my wondering is, it's like, did they name him Taki because of was it coincidence that they paired up like Taki and Tachibana, or because of Kamen Rider, or is that just again coincidence? You thought of Yakuza, yeah, but I guess for me as a Kamen Rider fan, I thought, yep, it's Tachibana, Toby Tachibana. But no. Do you think the Machine Guns in his plane would have been effective? They would have been very effective at pissing him off. That's what I think. But I do love how the film doesn't really, would never answer that. Um, and they also, it was similar to like Shin. It's like, we, let's say it's like, the important part is that, is not that, you know, they, like, us knowing whether they would or would not have been effective of like hurting or killing Godzilla, but more so the fact like the point was, is that the inaction of firing is what led things to escalate in a sense.
While Amazon had the Geeky arm.
But again, like I said, I feel like if I forgot the main character's name, I'll look up the IMDb real quick, or just Google -1. Let's see. Oh, I will say one amazing thing about -1 in the box office is that it was #1 on Monday and it's been the top 3 in its opening weekend, and it's doing that as a subtitle film, no dub, which I think is really cool. Although I do think they should have dubbed the film. Anyway, there it is. Nope, that's the wrong one. Apparently, there's a thing called -1 new chapter. That was not what I was looking for. They showed me a TV series. Anyway, I guess I gotta do Godzilla -1. Gotta be technical here, but Shikishima. There we go. Shikishima. I'm sorry. You know, he had a fantastic arc in this movie. But I feel like if Shikishima fired the machine gun bullets at Godzilla, that would have just pissed Godzilla off. Maybe hurt him, but would have pissed him off, would have escalated. The outcome would have been similar. People would have died. They would have died. But that's just my personal take.
While Amazon had the Geeky armlet, Get On hold possession of the God.
There we go. Time to get the Gaga armlet. Not the Lady Gaga armlet. Although I think Lady Gaga should hold the Gaga armlet. Oh, nope, wrong thing. It does sometimes happen where I scale the wrong thing. There we go. And then I will like go back and blur the background footage and whatnot.
Gaga armlet. Gaga armlet.
There we go. And don't forget to save. Because last thing I want is Premiere to be crashing.
And was looking to combine the two artifacts to achieve a secret yet ultimate power.
I'll probably just get footage there.
What makes Get On a breath?
Who is your guys' favorite characters in -1? Now, now that I've like brought Shikishima's, up by name. Who are your favorite characters? Or favorite character?
What makes Geddon a breath of fresh air is that instead of just making schemes and hoping Ryder wouldn't show,
I'll probably just put some footage there.
They were specifically after Amazon, adding a whole new dynamic to the series. While Geddon did kidnap people, it wasn't to use them for experiments or labor. It was mainly to quench their literal thirst for blood.
Yeah, I don't have any pictures to put for there. Whoops.
They also didn't have the typical combat men, as they had mostly female followers, and their kaijin were referred to as beastmen, who fought much more beastmen.
Beastman. Beastman. Do I have a Beastman? I have Mole, but I will not be putting Mole in the Beastman category. I could probably use footage from somewhere else. I'll probably put footage of the spider or a screen cap, so no. I think it would be Shikishima overall, but I really enjoyed the rest of the crew he worked with. Yeah, I love Doc, Cap, and Kid. The fact that I remember them by their nicknames says something. Like, I can't remember most Godzilla like human characters in Godzilla movies. I can't remember them by name, but the fact that I do with characters in -1 goes to show how great of like great characters they were. Uh, Probably shouldn't use that one. See. Um, Trying to find a good picture of Spider Kaijin or Spider Beast Man. That's the Henshin sequence. I really, yeah. I also love how Cap was like initially wanting to take on Godzilla before he saw Godzilla like take out their partner boat, and he's just like, nope, nope, we're getting out of here. We're getting out. Boom. And Amazon, screen caps, boom, boom.
Who fought much more animal and their kaijin were referred to as their kaijin.
There, I'll start there. And I remember that got a lot of laughs. Yeah. Yeah, no, this had some like really for how dark this movie's tone and um messaging could be. It had a lot of lighthearted moments. It had some breathers and some optimism.
Who fought
Yeah,
who fought
I'll
much
probably
more animalistically than previous kaijin.
do is I'll overlay some footage on top of that. Just him going, nope, I'm out. Exactly. Which is the right thing to do when you encounter Godzilla. You don't try to fight, just run. There's no point of trying to fight. Alright, let's see.
This results in the fights being more brutal than ever before, as Amazon and the Beastmen claw and bite each other instead of the typical punches and kicks. Amazon didn't even shout his finishing attack. Instead, he cuts and tears his
Yeah, cuts and tears. We know.
fish out of water type of story. Thankfully, this aspect was well executed, as they never entered the pitfall of making Amazon appear stupid. Sure, he
Alright. Not sure if I have more pictures I can use.
Sure, he couldn't initially speak Japanese, and there was a lot about modern day society that angered him. But
I
the
know I have
show
to.
also portrays Amazon to be an incredibly empathetic and intelligent character, especially when it came to survival and ancient Incan knowledge. This
I did enjoy the callbacks and homages to 54 and GMK too. I caught quite a few of those. Yeah, I will say though, I did think the ending that was a bit too obvious of a callback to GMK. I'm just like, oh, Yamazaki, come on, man, come on. That was a bit on the nose. I know with kaiju it's not very subtle, but it was very on the nose. But no, I did enjoy the callbacks to previous Godzilla movies, and I love that they decided to rescore the original theme, like original Fukube music, and made it fit really well into this movie. Um, and then, well, Minus One's Roar is very similar to the originals. I part of me wants to say that they, I think they might have redid it though. Like I think they like re-recorded it, which I if that would be cool if true. It doesn't like Minus One's Wars didn't sound like old recordings too. But yeah, the whole Ginza sequence especially was like one huge callback to 54.
this gave the show overarching themes of communication. This theme is reinforced with Amazon's relationships with
Okay.
Tachibana.
Alright. Tachibana. Not the Tachibana from the Minus One, but Tachibana from Kamen Rider. Oh, that is gonna be small, but it'll work. I've done this before. Let's go.
Tachibana, once again played by Kiichi Kobayashi. The boy.
Let's see. Yeah, whenever I hear the name Tachibana, I just instantly think of Kamen Rider.
The boy Masahiko Okamura, played by Yoji Matsuda, and
Let's see. Then gonna put picture of the sister. Hopefully that's not next to the Kamen Rider X1s or it's gonna be a problem. I think I have to get a screen cap of the sister. I like that Godzilla March was used more for the humans this time since. Yeah, no. The march was meant for because it's a Japanese army march. That was pretty much or it was a military march. That was essentially the origins of that part of Godzilla's theme. And yes, it was used for the humans this time. And to an extent, they did that in King of the Monsters 2, 2019, where when the humans like finally, team up with Godzilla, it goes da 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 da. Yeah, which I love callbacks like that. Yeah, so I'll probably have to use a picture here, maybe, maybe not. No, that's not a good picture. So I might have to go episode 2. Oh, no. Just out of curiosity, what was the one thing that you might have disliked from -1? Uh, because like no film is perfect. Like, I'm just curious. Do you have anything you might have not particularly liked or think could have been done better? Always interested to hearing more about that. I think that'll be. This one contains a good one. There we go. That's a good picture. Then we're gonna go back to screen caps. No, that's not what I want to do. Abort, undo.
And his sister Ritsuko, played by Mariko Matsuoka.
There we go. I get that the film was doing other things with the story, but I'm surprised at how brief the nuclear stuff was in -1. Yeah, it was very interesting that like they chose to focus more on the anti-war themes of Godzilla rather than the, you know, and only barely touching on the nuclear aspect of Godzilla. It was very interesting, but I've sort of like accepted, because of what like the story of what Yamazaki wanted to tell. So I get why they didn't. But yeah, it did feel like, you know, it was weird. At least for the first time with me, it's like a weird absence. All right. I think I'm about going to finish up streaming here. Um, I don't know. I feel like I haven't been a good host of entertainment tonight. um, like I haven't been doing good like multitasking between video editing and talking to you guys. I probably do a better job when I'm doing drawing, like I'm drawing and streaming, but not when I. But I think editing just takes a lot more focus for me. But hey, it was nice chatting about -1. I thank y'all for coming. Um, we'll try to stream next Monday and the Monday after, but don't know after that. So thank you for watching and look forward to whenever I get the Amazon video out. Take care and shoo watch.